Hi, welcome to Shell's Homestead. The weather's turning cold outside, so we've gathered a bunch of green tomatoes. I didn't want to let get frozen. So we're gonna make some fried green tomatoes for the freezer that we can just fry up when we want. I've got all these tomatoes and I don't use any kind of pesticide or anything, so they've got all these marks, which you can cut off if you don't like. But I'm just gonna slice them up into kind of thick slices. About that thick. And then over here I've got bowls of flour, just eggs scrambled up, and panko breadcrumbs. But if you want to use cornmeal or fish fry or whatever you want to bread it in, you'd put that in there. So real easy. I just put my tomato straight into the flour, flip it around, coat it really well. This is going to let the egg stick to it easily. Into the egg, coat it, let the excess come out, into the panko. Kind of push it down and it'll make it stick to it better. And then I put it on a cookie sheet lined with parchment. And I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to let them touch. And I'll have several layers. So I'll come back in a minute when I've done that. So real quick on this one, I'm just going to show you how I just cut the core out of the middle. You don't want to eat that. And then if you have real bad spots like this, you can just cut them out. It doesn't matter if there's a chunk missing. And then just continue cutting like you do. There you go. Okay, and then here I have these little Roma tomatoes, Amish paste. I don't know which one it is, but paste tomato. They're kind of small, but they're perfectly fine to use too. I just cut the end off and cut these little rounds and bread them up the same way. So I was cutting my tomatoes up, slicing them, and if you're new to this, I came across one that was bad, that had a worm in it, or some kind of bug, and I was just going to show it to you. So you can clearly see when you cut it open that, you know, something's been in it. So I just throw those out, don't worry about it, but these good ones, you can tell. They look nice. So just check them as you're going. I've finished breading these up, and I've got 8 layers of tomatoes. And so we're going to take these in and put them in the freezer. So we'll do that right now. So I put a piece of parchment on top to kind of protect it from the freezer, and I just put it straight down in here on this sheet like this. And I'll leave it for 3 days or so until they're completely frozen, and then I'll come back and bag them up. I pulled some of these tomatoes out of the freezer and we're frying them. So here I got a couple of them fried. Here they're crispy. Very good. And then I have some of this basil oregano salt that I made a little while back. And I'm going to season it with that. It's going to be really good. It's been 3 days and I pulled these fried green tomatoes out of the freezer and they're ready. That's how they look. Now I'm just going to vacuum seal these up into portions that we want to eat. I finished vacuum sealing these and I've labeled them. I've got 2 stacks of the big rounds and then 1 stack of the little ones. And they're ready to go in the freezer. That'll last for a while. Thanks for watching.